Oh, snap. It's that time of the year again. By the year, I mean the week. What's up, everybody? We are back at it again with more Lonely Freddy. I pointed this out on Twitter and Instagram because once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. But his belly just looks like a coconut. So, I think that's adorable. Anyway, the plan for today's live stream is to work on the shape of his head. Finally, I know it's like the 4th stream and I'm just now getting to the head part. If we have time, I might try to make the door as well, but I want to focus mostly on the head today. And yeah, I figured I should just mention for those in the live chat, like, you don't gotta apologize for making like crude jokes and stuff. Like, if I put you in a timeout, it's nothing personal, it's just don't make jokes like that is all I ask. And yeah, I guess the only other thing to kind of talk about is I started working on that POV shot idea. It's still not quite done, so we got this camera behind me currently. And yeah. Oh. Well, that's cool. You don't have to stay for crazy long. You're more than welcome to tune in and tune out. Up to you. I will say, thanks for stopping by at least. And yeah, so, what is today's agenda? Right, okay. So, I technically have a new setup right now. Because, wait. There we go. I technically have a new setup. You can kind of tell because the mirror is no longer horizontal, it is vertical. Basically, I move this back here. All you can see is I moved these drawers from like this side to like that side, and then I redid the top bar here to be a bit more secure, and I like added some zip ties and stuff onto the top-down camera. But yeah, so this camera is kind of a placeholder one. Like I said, I want to get that POV camera thing figured out, and at the moment this is this is what I have made. It's got some problems and it's not quite perfect, but I gotta modify it a bit more, so it's still probably gonna be a bit of a wait on the decent POV shot for these live streams, but that's something you can look forward to. So this is just sort of a stand I built out of some cardboard, and yeah, at the moment it's just zip tied to the back, but I've gotta fix the angle of it. So basically when it's on my shoulder, it sits too far forward, so the gimbal doesn't work. So I gotta basically take it from this angle here and make it go like that, if it makes sense. So still a bit of work to do on this, so that's that. I believe that was the last major thing I wanted to get into before we get too far into it. But yeah, how's everybody doing? I have no idea what Madness Combat is, but it sounds pretty epic. Hello! Technically filming. Yes, I am a goofy human. Thank you. Thank you for pointing it out. But yeah, so, if I remember correctly, the plan is to make his head approximately the same size as Helpy's here. So the way I had done it before was I had trimmed this mouth section to be smaller. So we'll start with that, and then we will jump into the aluminum foil section. And then, once that's all done, we're going to be putting foam clay on top of all of the foil. That's the word, foil. Yeah. And then this has to dry, but I probably won't work on him again until next week, so that should be plenty of time. Yeah, let's just sort of jump into it. When's the next when fate comes knocking? Like I say every week, it is on the way, I promise. It is. I literally have been working on it pretty consistently, like every day. Like, it's kind of just like my go-to project that I work on. And it is really fun. And I swear I'm working on it, guys. Like, it will be so cool when it's finally done. It's just gonna take a minute. Okay, if I remember correctly, I can use like a screwdriver. Get these plastic bits. Yeah, there we go. So this piece actually is just kind of clipped in. So it goes from this big piece to just this little square piece right here. We'll do the same thing right here. Man, I wonder what I'm gonna do for live streams once I'm out of Elmos. It'll probably be a little while still, but I'll have to come up with a new project to work on. Maybe we'll work on like another brand new cosplay or something by the time I finish all these Elmos. We'll see. But should hopefully be really fun up until. Come on. Let go, motherfucker. I mean, you nice person. YouTube, don't demonetize me. YouTube's been demonetizing some of my videos lately. Still working on getting that sorted out. Hopefully it will, hopefully it'll be not too long. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna say screw it. Just sort of make my life easier. There we go. Man, if you like crafting with plastic and stuff, you gotta get yourself a pair of like industrial scissors. Like, these suckers help so much. Way easier than a X-Acto knife. There we go. Not that X-Acto knives don't also serve a good purpose. It's like right here. As long as I... Ooh, come on. Ooh, gotta get a good grip on it. There we go. Okay. Making progress on his nose. The mimic. That's the next Elmo. We're still working on Freddy here. How's everybody's week been? Mine's been kind of up and down. It is what it is, though. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna leave this shell piece here intact, and that's what I'm actually gonna be gluing the rest of his head onto. But yeah. Swarmed by little kittens sounds amazing. If I wasn't allergic to cats, I would probably own one. They're so cute. Okay, I realize I have no foam. Wait. Here's some. Okay. I'm gonna try my best to just sort of extend this out, and then maybe I can make it look a little better with some EVA foam clay. Wait, let me... where's my Lonely Freddy reference? Come on, work with me, Google. Okay, yeah. So... technically his lower jaw is like the entirety of his face. Wait. I guess we can make his mouth a little larger? The original idea was to just sort of match Helpy. You guys think I should just match Helpy but in brown? Or try to go for a bit more accurate face? What do you guys think? I'm kind of leaning towards matching Helpy. But what do you guys think? Should I try to go for this large jaw at the bottom here? Or kind of match Helpy with this small jaw? I'm a little... I didn't really realize that until just now. Try my best on accuracy. Ugh, you must be new here. I'm just joking. I guess I could probably... might just be easier to put this one back on. For that lower jaw. You know what? I might actually just do that. Like reattach this thing. We're going for the wider jaw look. And then we'll just sort of match the top here a little, I think. Yeah. Oh god. Excuse me. Yo, shout out my 4 consecutive viewers. What is up? Or concurrent viewers. I can read. Okay. I'm just going to kind of glue some foam on here and sort of shave it down as I go. Because this bit can't be crazy heavy so that it can still open and close all fine. Fine and dandy. You were here for the Springtrap streams? Damn, that's a long time ago. You know, now that I think about it, I kind of did recognize your username from somewhere. I was just like, I don't remember where. But, you know, now that you mentioned those old streams, I think I do. Man, that was... that feels like ancient history now. Helpyzilla. Who's Helpyzilla? Wait, what? I'm confused. Okay, his top jaw is actually a little smaller than his bottom jaw now that I'm looking at it. Which is kind of interesting. Some of you probably already know this, but one of the things I like to do to sort of make my life a little easier, at least when I'm working with foam, is I'll keep one of my thumbnails a little longer, and I can use it to like score the foam pretty easily. Because like you see it's pretty thin here. Just go like that and leave like a tiny line to follow here. So that's what I do usually when I'm trying to mark stuff. Yo, if Thankmas is still a thing this year, I should totally try to join it again. I remember having such a good time doing the Thankmas stream way back in the day. It was super fun. I'd have to look more into that if Jack is still doing it. Oh, I love Jacksepticeye. I saw that he posted Kindergarten 3 stuff. And I freaking, I love that game. I need the next part to be posted immediately so I can binge it later today. Hopefully. I don't know when he posts them. I think he's probably going to be doing it like once a week. Hey, what's up, Goofy Productions? Or Goofy Productions. You know, people ask me how I'm doing, and I'm low-key slowly turning into my boss at work, because he has this saying, which I get it, but it's just like SSDD stands for same shit, different day. And I'll be so real, that is like the description of life in 2025. Same shit, different day. That's just me, I suppose. Oh no, everybody's singing the David song again. Get it out of my mind. Get it out of my mind. There's so many better FNAF songs. No offense, David. I'm sure you're fantastic. Well, were all things considered, considering the fact that you know, dead child. Alright. It's not quite even, so I'm gonna work on getting that a little bit. Question, am I into analog horror? I love analog horror, though it is kind of spooky for me to watch just for fun. I do, however, love making it. Like, I don't know, it's a fun genre. Oh, I didn't even show you guys the eyeballs I'm planning on using for this guy. long story short, it's the same eyeballs that, or the same type of eyeballs that I've used for a couple of my costumes. I feel like that needs to be starting to get there. What do you guys think? Like, all of this will be covered in fabric. Blech. Maybe I'll glue on like a bit of paper here to cover this bit, just so that oh god. Excuse me. Aww. Thank you. Thank you, Steel. That's very sweet of you to say. Okay. I might just fix the rest of this with foil. Well, I'm gonna just look around. And by look around, I mean just test a couple ideas. Because I know there's so many of you following me, making your own Elmo toys. Because because no way none of you aren't, right? You just want to make sure you keep the head light enough so that it can still move properly. So foil and paper and foam is the way to go usually, rather than like something else heavy, like cardboard or something. Well, I guess cardboard, depending on how much you use, isn't like crazy heavy, but like also, eh. Somebody just asked if I'm going to be using this for a future video, and I did technically answer that already, but not on today's live stream. But yes, I do want to eventually make another Fazbear's Frights short around this guy. Similar vein to the Helpy Repair one, except I'm probably going to make it a little bit more on the serious side. That Helpy video was a little goofy, but that was kind of the point of it, because like everybody loves Helpy and how goofy the whole stuff, that whole segment is. No need to spam, guys. I can see. I see you. You don't gotta spam. Let's just put it this way. There's not that many people watching, so you don't gotta spam your messages, guys. I can see you. Markiplier didn't show Helpy any mercy. You are so right. You are correct. Okay. Hopefully this will work for what I want it to work for. I have not watched Madness Combat. I am not even sure exactly what that is, to be honest. So, no, I haven't seen it. Is it like a show? Madness Combat? Is it like the new popular thing? I like my old popular stuff. I'm not a big fan of new things. Which is funny, considering. Ooh. Oh, I did mean to mention that earlier. Somebody just asked, when is the Poppy Playtime thing? So, I finally got to tease it on my community tab. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, you could go tab out and look at that real quick and come back. But basically, I am currently working with a couple of people on essentially it's like a short film almost, set in the Poppy Playtime universe. It's gonna be relatively long for like a YouTube video. So instead of calling it like a little horror short, I'm calling it more of like a short film, because that's what it is, really. And yeah, so look forward to that. I'm gonna be teasing it more as I get more of it done. At the moment, I'm still working on a ton of editing for it, but like majority of the filming is all done. I'm just waiting on some footage from somebody, and I was able to finally start editing it after literally over a year of this project being in the works. So I hope y'all will really enjoy it, because it'll hopefully be really cool. Sorry, I had a miniature heart attack just then, because I had just put hot glue on that piece of foil, and I could just see me dropping it directly onto my leg, because that has happened before, and it is not fun. Yeah. Is a Newgrounds thing? Madness Combat? Okay. Is it... It's not like a similar vein to Friday Night Funking', is it? Or is it completely different? Or Flash game style? That's what I think I'm trying to say. Is it like a Flash game? God, I feel old saying that. Pretty sure Flash games don't even really exist at the moment. Aw. You guys flatter me. There we go. Let's test the... Yeah. I can still use his whole face. That's a good sign. Wow. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm low-key kind of glad I took his voice box out. Just cause. No offense, Elmo, but the Elmo slide can only go so far before it gets to you. Oh, it is kind of like... Oh, that's cool. What's the characters look like in it? Because maybe I've seen artwork and just didn't know what it was. Say it's like Friday Night Funkin'. Well, not exactly, but like same vein. June was crazy. Yeah. Secret of the Mimic came out in June, right? I'm pretty sure. There's a joke there somewhere about a lot of things coming out in June, but I'm not going to be the one to find it. Yeah, I remember the protest. A lot of stuff happening. Though I'm going to try to keep this live stream relatively political free. Just because that shit is everywhere else on the internet right now. And I just want to build a little bear guy. A little bear animatronic thing. I just want to... Whoop whoop, 10 views, let's go, baby! Let's go! Okay, let's see. I remember buying a pack of like 20 of these. Duh. Sorry, my cord got mixed up. Oh, did I take the batteries off? Oh, wait, there's a battery. So these are the lights that I use for... that I'm gonna use for his eyeballs. They are very bright. So much so you can see they actually cast like... They cast like a shadow. Or not a shadow, that is literally the opposite of a shadow. But you can see... Oh... So I'm gonna have 2 of these. The plan for his eyes is to make them look like Helpies, but instead of them being jiggly, like how Helpies are still kind of like googly eyes, the plan is to paint them and sort of have this underneath it so that it can hopefully light up really bright. So in other words, I have to make sure to leave space in his head for these to fit in there. So that is where we are at currently. I'm gonna just put Helpy there for reference because I want his head to be approximately the same height. I feel like I'm missing something. Ugh, what was it? Batteries? I think it was batteries. So these. Oh, nope. I keep thinking about the one with the batteries. Ah! That's fine. Don't mind that. Yeah, it just takes button cell batteries, and all it is like a little twist. Yeah, on and off, you twist it. So these are the same eyeballs I used for Death Trap and Scrap Circus Baby. And I want to say... No, I think I only used these for those 2 so far. So, this guy having 2 really bright eyes, I think will work really well for the, what's the word? For the horror short? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Because I want his eyeballs to light up really bright for that. Okay. Explaining aside, let's slap some foil on this sheet. Okay. So, we'll just start simple. Give him a little head bump. Luckily with this little shell piece that I'm gluing all of this to, I don't really have to worry about getting hot glue in the mechanism at all, because it's pretty well covered. I do, however, need to make sure to put a enough clearance right here for the head to still open and close. So on Helpy, there's actually kind of a hole here, and then I put fabric in front of it. So we'll probably do the same thing with this guy, but not for a minute. Ah! I love how I got a brand new aluminum foil thing, and I had it chilling in my drawer for like a few months, and when I go to open it, I mess it up. Oh well. It's not that big of a deal, it's just kind of annoying. Anyway. Hey, yo! Thank you so much for the $10. Give me 1 sec and I'll try to read your comment. Damn! Thank you. Let's go. Question. Since there's a little bit of When Fate Comes Knocking fan art and vids, will you ever do another art showcase vid? Also, $10, buy yourself a caffeine, LOL. Thank you. I really appreciate the super chat. Good question. I'll be real, I really enjoyed making those fan art videos. I mean, maybe I could set something up again. I never really did one for Chapter 3, now that I'm sort of thinking about it. Could be fun. If you're on the Discord, I think last time I had made like a channel on the Discord specifically for it. And I just had people post it in that, and then I just sort of reviewed the whole thing. Maybe I'll do that again, but then specifically for like Chapter 3 stuff, maybe? Because I don't think I ever did like a Chapter 3 one. Ooh. Now that I'm thinking about it, that would actually be a lot of fun. Okay. I will just say, keep an eye out for a notification if I decide to do a fan art video. I'll make an announcement on the Discord and probably on Twitter if I decide to do that. Though, honestly, it could be loads of fun. You know, the more I think about it, I might just do that. I was thinking about maybe adding a, like a fan art section to the Abacus website. So maybe I could use this as an excuse to finally do that, too. That could be nice. It kind of looks like he has a little... Wait. It kind of looks like he's got, like, old lady hair. Oh, goodness. Wait. No. Oh, God. I hit all the wrong buttons. There we go. Uh-oh. That moment when you exit YouTube on accident. Nope, that's the
Fashion File makes shopping
No!
and selling.
Shut up! That's the wrong button! Wait, technical difficulties. There we go. Okay. Okay, got that fixed. Yeah, I would say just keep an eye out for a notification. I honestly might look into setting that up now. Because, like, it just hasn't really crossed my mind, to be 100% honest. But now that it has, good idea, good idea. Technical difficulties. Oh my god, I said the thing. I didn't even realize that for a sec. Russian David? Isn't that just regular David? Because he was rushing into the road? Oh my god, okay. Anyway, so we're just gonna put this like so. This is why you guys watch. You're here mostly for the out-of-pocket comments, I know. Who wouldn't be? Okay, it looks a little goofy at the moment, but basically I gotta make this section able to open all the way. So, add in this little alcove. Do I have the David Lego figure? I do still have the Lego David figure. In fact, there it is. My name is David. Ooh, I made the mimic. That's not how the song goes, but you guys get the idea. Goodness. So, flatten this piece a little bit. I want to put it here. Hey, that bump is shaped like a child. Huh. Weird coincidence. Have to get a little creative. I want him to have his eyeballs about the same height as Freddy's, or as Helpy's. An Edwin Lego figure. I'll see what I can come up with. I might have a, like a Lego hat piece. I'll have to dig for it though. My Lego collection is not as massive as it was way back in the day. I know. A true tragedy. Hey, Skylar, a figure of you took hours. Okay. Not really sure how to respond to that, but thank you for the comment, question mark? Luckily with the foil, since I'm covering it all in EVA foam clay, it won't be too difficult, or I don't have to glue it down 100% perfectly. That's what I'm trying to see. So I can kind of just work with it a little bit. Oh, you made a figure of me? Wait, what? That's cool. Yo. You should send me a photo on Twitter or something. Or maybe put it in the fan art submissions. All your cats are lazy? I feel like that's just kind of how cats are. Not like lazy, but just kind of like the vibe they give off. They just sort of be chilling, you know? Getting there. I don't want to make his head go too much further forward if possible. But I should try to... Okay, he can go just a tiny bit taller. That's true. Cats are either lazy or crazy. I have seen enough goofy cat videos online to know that is true. Yeah, me and one of my friends pretty much just communicate in sending stupid cat TikToks to each other. And it is fantastic. I do not have a pet, though if I could, I would totally get a hairless cat. They're just so scrungly. I love a good scrungly cat. Nice and scrungled. It's already 45. Damn. Maybe we'll go a little later because I want to get this foam clay at least applied to this because it'll have to dry before next week. So we'll at least get the head shape done. Man, time flies. It's like the most underrated statement of all time. Man, time really goes by, huh? That is how time works. make his head a little more, not rectangular, what's the word? Oblong? Because his head's a little taller in, or not taller. Longer? Well, I guess it could be taller. His head is shaped a little differently. That's basically what I'm getting at here. Alright. Let's see. You guys want a better... that's as close as that gets. Kind of see. It almost looks like an afro. Alright. Oh. Someone says, "Yo, Sky, I just wanted to say you've been a huge inspiration to me, so thanks." Aww. Well, Blitzo_VA, thank you. I just try my best, and I think everyone else should too. And yeah, I mean, I don't really got a lot of words of wisdom, but I guess the biggest thing I can say is just don't give up. There's a will, there's a way. Okay. His head is definitely a little goofier shaped than first intended. But I think it'll work. He needs cheeks. What? Yeah. Cheeks. That's what he needs. Bear seems real lonely. Yep. You got it. Ah. Alright. I think, for the most part, the initial shape of his head is done. I just want to add those cheeks on the side. Well, that and maybe... Everybody's so nice in chat today. Y'all are so sweet. Which When Fate Comes Knocking episode that is currently out took the most time to make overall? Well, I mean, when I did chapter 2, I did majority of it kind of in the same go. Not like at the same time, but like I did a lot of it all at once, so it didn't take like a crazy time. Though I will say, the little bonus episode I did called An Echo in the Void, that one probably took one of the longest times to actually do, just because I wanted it to look really good. And I think I succeeded overall. There we go. I guess I could probably fill this a little bit, so, because like it doesn't have to jump that far. Like, instead of it going like all the way in there, I might put a little bit in here and make it go about more like that rather than the rest. Okay, we'll get to that in a sec. He'll be just watching his brother be born. We'll just turn him so he's staring. Alright. So these go about here. That on there like so. Now, here's just a question for you guys. Do you prefer like this camera angle or like top-down camera angle? Just out of curiosity. Helpy is the little man behind the slaughter. So real. You like them watching from the front, so I assume you mean this one. Cool. Cool, because I want to make these like live streams as entertaining / viewable as possible, so that they're not boring and like y'all can see what I'm doing, you know. Okay. He kind of looks like George Washington. That's funny. FNAF explained in under 20 seconds. Okay, so, you know Chuck E. Cheese? Picture that, but more cursed. And then you got Five Nights at Freddy's. Boom. Done. Okay. Let's get this a little bit more shaped. Just trying to make this shape a little bit more on the gradual side here. FNAF is just Chuck E. Cheese on crack. I mean, are you wrong though? I don't think they're wrong though. With significantly more murder. Are you sure about that? I might just leave it on this one for now. You guys can see a little better. wait. Press this in a little bit more because I think I might have put a little too much. That's pretty close. Picturing it with ears. This is what we're going for. Kind of hard to see him on camera here. I'm gonna put another on his back here. Oh, I hear my neighbors. That's exciting. I'm sure that's fine. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Okay. I might have to. I might be tripping. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think my neighbors were having a dispute in the hallway area, but it appears to have quieted down, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Oh, there we go. Question, while Sky is away, how y'all feel about green beans? I fucking hate them. I always hated them. Okay. I might just have to cover him in the foam and then just use an X-Acto knife and cut out little holes for these to sit in. That might be the easiest way to do this overall. So I think I might go ahead and do that. The shelf of unspeakable horrors. Yes. Alright. Just trying to make sure I got his head shaped good. For the most part. I think I am gonna put a piece in here because I don't think it needs to be quite that deep. You have discovered a new FNAF song that you're addicted to? Well, don't hold out on us. What song? Tell us, tell us, tell us. Me and the rest of the chat are on pins and needles here. We need to know. I need more songs to listen to. I don't think I hate anyone. Oh, oh no. His brain fell off. His brain. It fell out of his head. What is going on in the chat? Do Funtime Fox see cat eyes on Lonely Freddy? I mean, that would be cool, but it's not exactly what I'm going for. As long as he can still mostly open his mouth, it'll be fine. It's just... There we go. It's not exactly new, it's an old song from like 8 years ago, but it's new for me. Okay. Well, I have rediscovered many a new FNAF songs from the past. I would still very much love to hear it, or at least know what one you're referring to. Because I need more music to listen to. I'll be real. Ooh, mangled. Okay, question. Is that by Nate Wants to Battle, or is it a different one? I swear there was a Nate Wants to Battle Mangle song. It is? Okay, cool. That one's pretty good. I rediscovered the Bonnie song recently. Something about it just goes hard. My name's Bonnie. I'm the big purple bunny. Alright, there we go. Looks mostly like him. Kind of. I'm gonna bring these side pieces. I'm gonna try to make them go to about here instead of up here. So the Bonnie song goes so hard. Like, I can't even describe it. How it just, it's one of those core FNAF songs that I remember from way back in the day. Ugh, makes me sound so old. But also, it went so hard. Oh, it's on my liked playlist now, so it just pops up every once in a while. Not that I'd complain. I'd say it's good enough to be one of those ones you don't skip. A core memory, yes. Why are so many FNAF songs start with "My name is"? Good question. Probably due to the YouTube algorithm. But if you want like a more funny answer, I don't know. Old FNAF songs hit different. No offense, David, but they hit different, and David got hit by a car. It's not quite the same. There we go. Okay, that is slowly but surely starting to look more and more like Lonely Freddy. I think I do. He might end up being a little taller than Helpy, because I think I do need to give him a bit taller of a head. All offense to David. Oh no. Dude, something about listening to a song and just completely disassociating and like picturing like some custom music video or like character action scene in your head as you're listening to music. Ugh, that shit hit different. Like core memory stuff. That's a funny joke, but let's not make KMS jokes, please, and thank you. Just trying to keep it chill here. I know you're probably not serious or nothing, but it's just I don't really care for those jokes. The core memory. Man, I hope you guys like this live stream of my elbow. There we go. You guys can see it. I made him a little taller. Flatten the top of his head a little. Oh, I meant to say this at the start of the live stream, but I'm going to be getting a haircut tomorrow, hopefully. So I will finally, I think I've finally chosen what kind of hairstyle I want to just keep. And I think it's going to be like a pixie cut, just because I like those ones. So I will hopefully be chopping off this mop of hair I have for a cute pixie cut tomorrow. As long as the barber doesn't fuck me up. Though I know him, so I don't think he will. He's good at it. I just haven't got a haircut in forever. See, I like long hair, it's just I don't really like the feeling of it resting on the back of my neck. Kind of in like a bit on the overstimulation side, if that makes sense, if y'all are wanting specifics. That, and I'm a little tired of my hair getting in my eyes constantly. Someone said I look really good with short hair and can still pull off a feminine look, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. There we go. We are finally starting to get this head shape nearly done. I think we're in the last little stretch here. Bada bing. Okay. I want to say overall that head shape is pretty good. Oh, I forgot if I mentioned this or not, but I went back through and redid part of his leg here, just so that it's a bit more consistent scale-wise with the other one. Yeah, so these will probably be about there, give or take. But yeah, so now we will go ahead and do this bit, I think. And then after this, we'll probably call it, just because we are already over an hour and 18 minutes. Damn, time flies. Anyway. So we'll take some of this foam clay here and spread it nice and thin. I'm gonna stand up for this. Because once this is dry, I'm gonna glue fabric over it anyway. But it just helps it stay more consistent of a texture for the fabric to be glued to. So that's kind of part of why. For that, and you can fill in some of the little holes with it. Ah. EVA foam clay is cool, but you kind of gotta work fast because it is air dry. And it says it takes like 24 hours to fully dry, but if you're working with it, it kind of can dry out in way less time than that. But if you're smart about it, you should be able to do what you need to do with plenty of time without having to worry about drying anything out from the bags. Ah! And stuff. We're going for a long one today. No, not like that. Like what? Like what? Explain what you meant. I'm joking, you don't have to. Once I add his little nose on this, it'll probably look way better. That's how they usually go. But I'll probably just paint the little seam down the middle. I'm just now realizing that he's gonna have no eyes for like another week still. Yeah, that'll be fine. Withered Foxy escaped the pit and has entered Sky's chat. Oh my gosh. Wait, I can just say fuck. Luckily this stuff goes on really easily and you can kind of smooth it out. With your hands pretty good. Helpy is the oldest child, Bendy is the middle, and Lonely Freddy is the youngest. I mean, technically, you're not wrong. The mimic is David. See, the joke is... You know what's surreal about being old? Is how fast your birthday comes along. I keep forgetting it, but... like, I'm about to be fucking 27. Oh my god, I feel so old. On the 11th. Woo! I'm not planning on doing much, just like a little get together with some close friends. But hopefully it'll be a nice day. I've kind of got, how do I say this without going into too much detail? I have kind of a complicated relationship with my birthday, is what I'm getting at. But, it is what it is. Something about this time of year always makes me feel weird. Old? Yep, you right. I can't even deny that. I'm old. I'm too old. Back in my day, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 had the most animatronics in it. None of this ultimate custom night security bitch whatever. No. FNAF 2 is where it's at. Okay, I'll be real though, I'm so hyped for the FNAF 2 movie. Probably because FNAF 2 was kind of when I got introduced to the fandom to begin with. So I might be a little biased. Thank you for the happy early birthday wishes, guys. I appreciate it. I think once this guy is covered in fabric, it'll look a little more accurate. But I like the overall head shape we got out of this today. Pretty good. I think we did good. Trying to think of what else I could talk about while I'm finishing this up. I know. So, we've already established I'm super old, right? Who starts a conversation like that? Anyway. But, I went thrifting the other day and bought a couple movies, which were really fun because I like to get the physical hard copies of movies and video games. Something about having like a physical disc just hits different, I guess. So whenever I see a movie I know or have heard of or have been interested in, or sometimes I'll find like a favorite of mine that I just don't own, and I'll just buy it at the thrift store for a couple bucks. And long story short, I found Spy Kids 3D this last time, and I watched it yesterday? It was either yesterday or Monday, but that movie is something else. I'll just put it this way, that movie makes me feel way better about my video editing skills and like green screen work. Cause like if that was like Hollywood level back in the day, I can at least say I'm a little better than the graphics on Spy Kids 3D on my YouTube channel. Ah, goodness. Well, I understood that reference. The quote you are saying is technically from Spy Kids 2, so, it's not really relevant. I'm just joking. Yeah, I'll just be real. Spy Kids 2 asked some really intense questions for a kids film. Though Spy Kids 3, can't do it like Spy Kids 3 these days. That movie is just deliciously bad. I don't know how else to describe it other than deliciously bad. Like, it's such a simple plot, and most of it's literally just like excuses to get like a 3D effect thrown in your face. But oh my god, I love it. For real, the green screen effects in that movie, like, I was rewatching it and I saw so many things I would have changed, like, in my editor. I was like, damn, these guys didn't even take the green hue away from the green screen in this shot. Like, you could see them standing there in this blue world where everything's blue, but they have like this green outline just slightly on the edge. And I'm like, that is such an easy fix! But I can't do it because this movie's like 30 years old. Well, not that old, but old. I love that movie though. Okay. Boom. I think that officially covers his head up. Let's zoom this back a little here. Ta-da! So, these will probably go about here. So I'm gonna try to set them into the head a little bit. So I'm just gonna press them. I'm just pressing them into the foam. Ah! Oh god! To add a little indent so that once it's dry, I can go through with my X-Acto knife, chop that bit out, kind of like implant these in his head, and hopefully it'll still open. It does look a little goofy when he opens his mouth all the way, but I kind of love it, because Helpy also has the same kind of issue. Because, like, when I built Helpy, this bit behind his nose here also has a hole in it, technically. I don't know how well you can see that, but this bit right here, there's like a gap, and it's just fabric kind of strewn across it, so it makes it so he can still open and close his mouth. So that's what I'm gonna do with this bit, is I'll take some of that brown fabric and cover that, and then it should still be able to open and close all the way, hopefully. But yeah. Oh, let me put this last little blob on here so I don't waste it. Okay. I think that is gonna wrap up what we're doing on Lonely Freddy for today. Didn't quite get to the door on his belly yet, but we'll try to do that next live. And yeah, what else? What can I say before we end today's live? Here's kind of an up close. His head is actually about the same size as Helpy's, which is what I was wanting. Cause like when I did the little bendy guy, I'll be the first to admit his head was a little small. But yeah. Okay, last thing I wanted to show you guys was a thrift store find. Let me tilt this up. So I bought this at the thrift store for $2. Ah, it's a sword! I have the power of God and anime on my side. Yeah! Anyway, so yeah, I found this at the thrift store for $2. It's like a hard plastic too. So I might customize it for something. I have no idea yet, but I saw it and I just couldn't leave it there. Plus, it's like a two-handed sword too, so it's like, I don't know. I think it's cool. Yeah, with that, I'm gonna wrap up today's live stream. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I just stabbed my computer monitor for that bit, so I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, if you want to become a channel member for future live streams, feel free. It just supports me financially, and you get some custom emojis. And yeah, I forgot if I had anything else important to say. I don't think so.